Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. There is a looming rebellion against William Ruto in Bungoma County. Bungoma County is the only Mulembe County where William Ruto beat Raila Odinga in the presidential votes. The only county in the Mulembe nation. Some bodaboda riders from Bungoma County have given William Ruto a 1-week ultimatum to form a government with them. Ruto promised them that he was going to form a government with them, bodaboda, mama mboga, and the hustlers. These bodaboda riders have come out and they have demanded for William Ruto to form a government with them. Listening to this.
Sisi ni wakazi wa Bungoma na sisi ni bodabodas. Na tunataka tuambie rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, Mheshimiwa William Samoei Ruto. We are bodabodas and most of us we are learned. And because of this, we are unemployed. Tunaingia kwa bodaboda. We are doing bodaboda to cater for our families. And we want to tell Mr. President, today we must get our right. We must follow order. Tunaelewana? We are giving him 7 days to respond on this. Mr. President alitu promise that when he gets elected, he will work with bodabodas, he will work with mama mbogas and the rest hustlers. And we want to tell him today, let him give us our rights as he promised us those days when he was in campaign. Tuko pamoja? Tunataka tuseme hivi. Wakazi wa Bungoma, the entire Bungoma, nataka watambue ya kwamba tuko hapa leo, tumekuja na our representative ambao ni waheshimiwa wetu, na tutawaacha waheshimiwa wetu wakikandamizwa hapa Bungoma na chama ya UDA. Kama watuelewe na watu wafanyie mambo bayana ya kwamba haki yao ipeanwe. Kama ni nomination ya UDA, sisi tuko hapa, we are learned. We have papers. We have degrees, not even diplomas. We are here today. Graduates, we are here. We are riding bodabodas. Well, to promise, but it's like those promises were empty. Let Mr. President work with us. Na atupatie take action na atufanyie haki. Bodaboda bodaboda
Yes. Things are clearly falling apart for William Samoei Ruto. Mjinga akirevuka, mwerevu yu mashakani. That's the best description that can describe those residents. William Ruto took them as fools and used them to win the presidency. Ruto is now the president. He promised them heaven, which he knows he cannot deliver, and he will not deliver. These residents, these so-called hustlers, are now waking to terms. They are coming to terms with the reality that Ruto lied to them. Ruto cheated them. So they are giving him a 1-week ultimatum to form a government with them, to nominate some of them in his government. That's exactly what is happening here. And if you look at it critically, that's an indication that the so-called hustlers, who are very much optimistic of a William Ruto's government, are a very much disappointed lot. They are very much disappointed, and not only in Bungoma, but also across the country. And such kind of sentiments and remarks have been very much rampant on the mountain than in any other place. So it's coming out clearly that Kenyans, the so-called hustlers who voted for William Ruto, are the most disappointed lot than any other person in Kenya. They were promised heaven, Ruto is not even delivering the clouds. They are disappointed. And again, from that short clip, or rather from that clip, I'm seeing a very high possibility where if things continue as they are going, Ruto is going to lose support amongst those who voted for him. And I'm seeing a very high possibility where the only area that will remain supporting William Ruto because of the nature of our politics is the Kalenjin Rift Valley. These other areas that voted for William Ruto, thinking that it could better their lives, these areas are most likely going to dump William Ruto. The mountain most likely might dump William Ruto. Bungoma County most likely might dump William Ruto. And all those other areas that maybe one or two people voted for Ruto, thinking that he was going to make their lives better, Ruto is going to lose support in those areas. So that's a confirmation that Ruto's support is going down. His popularity is going down. And then from that clip again, that should also be a warning and a lesson to Kenyans who just vote out of emotions or they vote because of their hate for another leader. Signs were written all over even before Kenyans went to the elections. In 2013, William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta never fulfilled their promises. In 2017, the same thing, Ruto and Uhuru never fulfilled their promises. There was no way William Ruto was going to fulfill his promises in 2022 if in all these elections he never fulfilled on any promise. Kenyans can still remember the Camarine studies in 6 months. All these things were very clear even before the elections. Some Kenyans ignored all those. So this should be a warning, a lesson to Kenyans, that before you elect a leader, before you vote for a leader, look at a leader's track record. Look at the integrity of a leader. Can you trust that leader to deliver on the things he is promising? Can you trust that leader to deliver based on his former, or rather on his previous promises and remarks? That should be a lesson to Kenyans in future. Look at a leader's track record. If a leader promised and never delivered, chances are very clear he might not deliver again. That's something coming out clearly. And also from that clip, I'm seeing a William Ruto who might be also regretting here. He might be regretting because he promised things that were unrealistic. So I'm seeing a William Ruto who is seriously in a very precarious situation and he does not just know on how to handle the situation. Listening to William Ruto recently, William Ruto is as if he has no clue, no plan on fulfilling on his promises to Kenyans, to the hustlers. Ruto some few days ago was begging Kenyans to give him 1 year to address the high cost of living. While when he was campaigning, he was saying that immediately was to be sworn in, things were going to be better. Immediately akiweka Biblia chini, things were going to be better. Right now he's requesting for 1 more year. And if you listen to Rigathi Gachagua some weeks back, Rigathi was asking for 3 months. So you are seeing it's now from 3 months to now 1 year. And it's almost very clear again that after that 1 year, Ruto will be asking for more time. So I'm seeing a William Ruto might be regretting because he has boxed himself in a situation, or rather in a place he can't just come out. Because now he has now to lie again and keep on lying. He's telling them 1 year for them maybe to have some hopes as time goes by. So I'm also seeing William Ruto, who might also be regretting for having brought that upon himself. He promised things he knows he cannot deliver. And now Kenyans are very much angry with him. And as time goes by, more Kenyans will even get more angrier with William Ruto, because it's almost certain and very clear he might not be able to deliver on quite a good number of things he promised. And I'm saying that because even today, Dennis Itumbi leaked out some information that maybe as time goes by, Ruto's government might be forced to increase taxes. And that will just make life very hard for these so-called hustlers. As I conclude, that clip shows the hustlers are realizing Ruto cheated them. So it's clear Ruto is losing that support among that population, among the so-called hustlers. If an election was to be done, most likely, those people might not vote for William Ruto the way they did vote for him when he was campaigning. They have just realized Ruto used them to get elected as the president. Let me stop it there. If you want to support our channel, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number, or feel free to channel any kind of support to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.